happy holidays, guys. And it is 3:25. 3:25, and it's 48 minutes into 3:25. So, let's make a video. Haven't done this one in a while. So, March 25th, we have National Medal of Honor Day, Tolkien Reading Day, Tolkien, Tolkien Reading Day, Tolkien Reading Day, Lobster New Brunswick. It's almost like when I say New Brunswick, it almost goes that way. Lobster Newburgh Day. Lobster, like it starts out, but why wouldn't you say burger? Like, what is going on? This is a weird day. Lobster Newburgh Day. B-U-R-G. So it's almost like Brunswick, it starts to go. Newburgh. What is that? We're not even doing the ER on a burger. New burger? Lobster. So I don't know about a lot about the animals, the killing and the eating of the animals. It always like screws my brain up. Lobster Newburgh Day. It's got to be an English thing because they've got some weird ass food over there. Okay, all right, so we're trying to get back to the basics. So we have penury, we have our penury, extreme poverty, penury. And we have English vocabulary, invective, verbal attack, invective. And we have a French word, food and drink, cookie. We have like L-E, so it's le biscuit, a cookie's a biscuit. And I think they do that in England. The cookie is le biscuit, a biscuit. And then we have French sports entertainment. Chess is le oh, wow. It's not less, it's les cheeks shiz. I think that, okay, les jizz. I think we're gonna play chess in France, and they'll probably, if I say le itches, they would probably figure out that I was saying, let's play chess. Okay, so, yeah, so we have, sorry I've been making some random things on here, but I'm really trying to get a job, and I have somebody harassing me saying like, did you really work an electronics job or something? you've really gone downhill. And it's like, okay, my mom died. I lost a good job. I've had 2 phones stolen from me from Amazon. When I was at Best Buy, I had I had something stolen from me. I didn't report it. They're like, well, why didn't you report it, Sadie? You're just making up stuff. Well, it's like I at Best Buy. I think I know. It's like, well, it's like, who are you gonna steal from? Are you gonna steal from like some 35-year-old white guy? Are you gonna steal from 18-year-old black guy? Are you gonna steal from 47-year-old tranny? It's like, yeah, you know, I get it. I get it. So, and then, okay, so this guy's like harassing me, you've gone downhill. It's like, every job I get, people are like, want to like run me off of the job. There's like, you got every job, there's like, you got a couple people that are like allies, and they're like, oh, like, even like, if it's a job of 10 people, or it's a job of 50 people, or I have 500 coworkers, the fractions, or the percents are always the same. So there's always a few people that are like, yeah, you're awesome. I got a lesbian daughter. I got a gay uncle. And you got always those people. There's a fraction. And then there's a huge fraction of older white guys, older white women, older black women that just don't even care. It's like trans, Mexican, whatever, they, like, the whole huge bulk don't even care about, you know, because I've worked at these jobs, like, you can just look at their face in a couple seconds of meeting them, just talking to them, they're just like, yeah, whatever, here, we're just doing the job, whatever. That's the bulk of it. But then, at every one of these jobs, there's always a couple people that wants to just like run me off of the job. I've had people go into, you know, I can't prove it, I can just say this, like, I'm talking about a decade ago. People that would go into my account that I worked on and change things, and you're like, oh, Sadie, you're paranoid, you're just doing this. Well, you know, you people might be sitting there, and you might be like, well, why do black people, why are they asking for something, or why are they feel like they're picked on? Well, it's like, I just get a little taste of it, just being a minority, and minority, I mean over 40, trans, dyslexic, Neanderthal genes, and stuff. So it's like, you get a little taste of it, but those people, black people, have been pushed around, not for a day, not for a week, not for a month, not for a year, but for decades. And so, like, it's you know, my family is Irish and Polish, and you know, the years ago, I don't think the red carpet was, oh, Irish and Polish people, come on into, come on over here into the United States, you know, and here it is, the family, Irish and Polish, not so successful, you know. The family that I know, well, the Irish family, the Irish side's a little bit more, but maybe that's, I don't know. They're just a little more successful, maybe because people like Irish people more. It sounds better, but you know, just bummed out. Um, so this guy's harassing me and just saying, like, okay, so I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to work. I have a car. I can go to work. But the thing is I live in Indiana, and people aren't so keen on, oh, wow, oh, we got this, get to work with a trans. That's so awesome. You guys just don't get it. You just don't get it. People don't like it. Okay? So I'll put a smile on your face. I'll put a smile on your face, you guys. This is for real. I was working an electronics job. Small, and I call the people that don't get on Instagram, and I call them like townies, or like townies. They just have Facebook, and maybe they touch a little bit of YouTube, but they are definitely not sophisticated. I'm not trying to like butter you guys up, but like, they're not sophisticated enough to be on Instagram. You can just tell, like, you just ask people what's your social media diet? What do you do? What do you know, Facebook, YouTube, you just follow. So these townies, this electronics job, this guy was like convinced I was from California. Okay, this is a narrative. Okay, so this guy was convinced he's like, I looked him in the eyes, he's like, look at me, where are you from? Were you from California? Like, he was fed up, like he just had a breaking point, and he just like almost wanted to yell at me. It's like, where are you from? California? I was born in Valparaiso, Indiana in 1975. I'm a Hoosier. I've lived in Indiana. And the joke is, it goes on, that I have relatives in California. And they are so conservative. They are so conservative that they are like Indiana, and I'm like California. But I live in Indiana, and people think I'm from California. And those people in California would fit in Indiana. It's crazy. So that's the joke. That's the joke. Like, you can never judge a book by the cover. You try, but it's hilarious. So this guy was convinced that I was from California. Like, because he probably got a little wisp of, oh yeah, people are moving from California into the States, and they're coming, these liberals are coming from California and stuff. And he was like he was not, he was serious. He's like, you're from California? Like, you know, and you always try to read people and figure out people where they're from. But the townies, like, I can pick them out. They they are not sophisticated on like is there a thing you can't be over 40 and on Instagram? Is that like a thing? It just the algorithms just shift you away, and you log into your Instagram. You're over 40. Instagram figures it out, and they just shift you to the other product that they have, Facebook, and you're happy on Facebook. Okay, I mean, I'll be in the nursing home and be on my YouTube and Instagram. And it's like, is that so weird? Is it so bizarre? Like, look what happened in Russia. I want to know what's going on in the world. They said 40 people dead, 50, 100. Now it's like crazy. And it's going to be retaliation. And it's like, well, why do we stay in your lane? Well, they're not going to be happy with that. There's going to be retaliation on that. Why would you not think that that would affect you somewhere on the world? What happened in Russia, that is going to have a echo all over the world. Just like 9/11 had an echo all over the world. So people, the townies, people in California, it's hilarious. So, okay, 16 minutes. You guys are awesome for hanging in there. And I do monitor the carbon dioxide, and I've been cracking the window open because, I'm wondering, it's up into the 1600 and it will start beeping. And so probably part of my problem with the insomnia and dyslexic. Oh, yeah, I was thinking, interacting with these alcoholics have caused me so many problems. It runs in the family. I stopped drinking years ago. My hardcore drinking days. There's brain damage that goes on from that. For a decade of drinking. But there's people in the family that continue to drink, and you're not going to realize that you're an alcoholic. And the whole funny thing, remember when you were in grade school and people say, well, you can study high, or you go over your math or your vocabulary high, and then you go in and take the test high, and you get good. You'll get good. So I have these people that are alcoholics. They're must be well, I'll just have life. I'll just approach life drunk, and that's the key to it. And that's how the guy that wrote the Bible for alcoholics, that is how he cracked it, because it was the talk therapy and open up and admit, the steps, the alcohol, it took, what is his name? It's this famous guy that wrote the Bible book on alcoholism, but that's the only thing that has shown to work. It was in the 30s, and of course in the 30s, the Dust Bowl, there was so much depression, suicide, just awful stuff happening. It was just horrible all over the United States, maybe all over the world. But yeah, if you're in that situation, and now people are on fentanyl and stuff, but I mean, yeah, you could say, well, it's better that I'm on alcohol versus fentanyl. I can drink myself to death, but it's sad. It's really sad. 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I am trying to be positive, and my point is like I've had somebody stole from me at Best Buy. I've had 2 phones stole from Amazon. My computer hacked into. People run me off jobs, and they're like, well, you're going downhill. It's like people are just like picking on me, but I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not going to, you know, I battled nicotine and alcohol, and, you know, I'm not going to be a victim. I am still on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and I've heard of this Glassdoor, and I'm thinking maybe that's the answer. But, you know, I've got so many strikes against me. You know, I'll be 49 this year. Trans. It's like, that's not the, gets to the bottom of the barrel. Even if I have knowledge, even if I can do stuff, even if I'm passionate about stuff, it's still at the bottom of the barrel. You're still going to have, like, if I were a hiring manager, I would hire a 20-year-old Mexican over me. Like, I would do that. Because I'm like, you're going to have a tranny, 40, this, you know, I can't even afford my hormones. People, like, yeah. And the reason I get like this is I have 4 credit cards, $38K on those 4 credit cards, and then I have 2 degrees that I didn't finish. It's $62K. So the answer is, like, if nobody will give me a job, you know what? I'll go on disability and I'll file $100,000 in bankruptcy, and you guys will end up paying for me. I want to work. So you will have to pay your taxes, distribute it out to not have a trans work with you, and maybe that's worth it, to give 50 cents out of every one of your paychecks to absolve my bankruptcy of $100,000 and have me go on disability, and then just keep me at the apartment making videos like this. Well, then it'll be better, because my baby, that's what the answer is for me. File $100,000 bankruptcy, get on disability, stay at the apartment, and then go ahead and just make videos and entertain people, and I'll be happy because my bills will be paid and I won't be all negative. You know, I tried to help out my friend in Bloomington, and these alcoholics, like, I'm a magnet. Like, I got off alcohol, but I'm a magnet to these alcoholics. It's insane. And you can't talk to these alcoholics unless you're liquored up too. And that's the problem. If I have half a drink, it won't send me crazy. It just makes my head hurt. I can't go down that path, I'll pick some other drug. I will rather take some kind of fentanyl or something to blunt reality. But I mean, that's what I don't even want to do any of that stuff. I want to work, but people don't want to work with a trans that is like me, that is, I cannot afford, I have not had any, I cannot afford any medicine or any medication or doctors. I haven't had insurance for years. I can't afford that. I can barely, I go to church pantries. I cannot afford food. Food is expensive. I eat spaghetti and peanut butter and water. And that's not fancy, is that? So I'm trying. Oh my God, 26 minutes. When this, will they let me upload this? Whatever. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I mean, I have a car. It has 75% gas in it. I have a valid license. I can drive and go and work. But people don't want to work with this. They don't want to work with a trans. That, you know, you have to keep me busy at a job. Like, you have to keep me busy at a job. If you have if there is downtime at a job, you have to keep me busy at that job, or I will find problems, or then I will become the problem. Like, you have to keep me busy. And that's why I've worked at Amazon, and that's why, because Amazon's like, okay, go do this, go do that, go do that. Okay, I heard Sadie, go do that. All right, get the pallet jack and go do that. And I have more education that I should do more complicated stuff than that, but I was getting problems with that because you know, so many attractive people at Amazon. It's a distraction. And I always want to, like, I'll want to go faster or change things. Or no, I mean, it works out for a while, but I need to just keep working. You can't just have me have downtime. Oh my gosh, 28 minutes. You guys, okay. This probably won't even upload. But, okay, that's what's going on. That's my life. I'm sorry. I have no other options. I mean, I could go to Vegas and try to gamble and do illegal things. I don't know. I just don't know.